so these are problems 4 through 7 on assignment number 12. Alright, on this problem, they're asking you to find the perimeter of the rectangle. So the way you find the perimeter of a rectangle is you add up all 4 sides. You were only told 2 of them. You were told 2 times x plus 3 and x plus 2. So to find the other 2 sides, this one is the same as the one across it. And notice that I also distributed it out. This is the same thing as 2x plus 6. So I put the same for both of those and the same for the ones across each other. So to find the perimeter, you're going to add all 4 sides. And they already told me that my perimeter is 46. So at the end, I have 46 is equal to whatever this is equal to. So if I add up all your x's, what is 2x plus 1 more x? 3 x's. Plus 2 more x's is 5 x's. Plus 1 more x is 6 x's. So 46 is equal to 6x plus, what is 6 plus 2? 8. Plus another 6 is 14. Plus another 2 is 16. So the last thing that I want you to do is to find out what is x equal to. So you know how to solve. You're pretty good at that one. Tell me what is x equal to here. If 46 is equal to this, what does x have to be? So remember, you can subtract 16 from both sides and divide by 6. Alright. And the next problem, you're given a rectangle, you are given both sides, and you're asked to find the area. So the area of the rectangle is just length times width. So you're going to multiply x minus 3 times x squared minus 5x plus 6. And you're going to fill in this box because I like to multiply by the box method. So let me help you out with the first couple. Let me help you out with all the multiplications. And then when you do the next problems, you're going to have to do them on your own. So on this one, remember you're multiplying your big numbers and you're adding the little ones. So what is 1 times 1? 1. If you look at the top and you look at the left, how many x's do I have total? 1 plus 2 gives me x to the third. Do the same thing with the next box. On the top I have negative 5, on the left I have 1. So negative 5 times 1 is negative 5. I have 1x at the top, I have 1x on the left. So in total I should have 2. You look at the top, I have 6. On the left, I have 1. So 1 times 6 is 6. And how many x's will that box have? I don't have any on the top, but I do have 1 on the left. So it'll be x to the 1. Do the exact same thing with the next boxes. You multiply negative 3 times 1x squared. I get negative 3, x to the second power. Negative 3 times negative 5 gives me positive 15. And I should only have 1x because there's only 1 on the top and none on the left. Negative 3 times 6 is negative 18. There's no x's on the left, there's no x's at the top. So this should almost be my final answer, but notice that you can put things that look alike together. So if you look here, I can always put things in diagonals together. So here, I'm going to put the negative 3x squared with the negative 5x squared together because they both have an x to the second power. So when I do that, what's negative 3 and negative 5? Together they make, and notice that here we're adding, not multiplying. We're adding those two together. Negative 3 plus negative 5 gives me negative 8x squared. You're going to do the same thing with 15 and 6. Positive 15 plus positive 6 gives me positive 21 x to the first power. And you also have the first box that couldn't be combined with anything else, so you also have a 1x to the third, and the last box also has a negative 18. So your final answer is all of these put together next to each other. 1x to the third power minus 8x to the second power plus 21x minus 18. Alright, for questions number 5 and number 6. For questions number 6 and 7, you're asked to find the area. So just like the last problem, you're going to multiply the two sides. But when it talks about a triangle, make sure at the end you divide everything by 1/2. Or divide everything by 2. Multiply everything by 1/2 or divide it by 2. So you're just making a 2 by 2 box. And you're multiplying 2x minus 3 times 4x plus 10. You're telling me what that answer is. And make sure at the end you divide everything by 1/2 or by 2. The next one, you're also going to multiply the two sides. And because it's a regular rectangle, you just have to multiply them and not do anything else. The last thing I probably remind you of is that if I don't have a number in the front, make sure that you put in a 1. If I don't have an exponent, you make sure that you put a little exponent of 1. Alright? Tell me if you still have any questions.